Welcome to Modern Day Masterpiece. I'm Caleb, and I'm joined as always by my co-host Josh. We watched Game Night yesterday. Let me tell you, first off,
it sucked. No, I'm just
this
kidding.
Was a movie that for the past month I was not looking forward to. At our theater, they had a big setup piece for it. I was like, oh god, like this looks like the Office Christmas Party or something. So much so that Jason Bateman's even starring it. Jason Bateman's going to do his same shtick. Which he does. But I was not looking forward to this movie, and the directors, while they did write a good comedy like Horrible Bosses, they also did Horrible Bosses 2 and The Vacation remake.
Ooh,
which is not good. It's not a good movie.
It's not good.
So I wasn't looking forward to this. But I don't even think I saw like a full trailer for this. You tell me that I did? You told me
we
that?
did.
But I feel like I only saw TV spots. Like this looks too
completely saw
like
trailer.
This looks too stupid for its
completely
own good.
Trailer.
But some good reviews started circulating. I was like, maybe this will make up for the fact that we can't watch Annihilation this week.
Screw you, Paramount!
Yet again, watch our Annihilation video. We make some decent points, but we're also kind of just complaining. But it's okay.
As we should.
Because
Paramount sucks.
But Game Night is a really competent, well-made comedy.
It is.
Like
very much so.
So much so that like there's some funny movies come out every once in a while, and they're funny, but the direction's usually flat, and the visuals aren't good. This movie is directed like an action thriller, like horror movie almost, to the point where at times, like, you see the score kicks in from the guy.
Yeah.
See who did the score.
Who did the score? Music by Cliff Martinez.
Cliff Martinez. You know what?
Woo!
He did the score to Drive.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you noticed that. The synth kicking in. Like,
I actually did.
So, like...
Because I looked at you and said that. I was like, man, the score list.
There's not many times you walk away from a comedy and you're like, man, the score.
Cool.
But that's why I'm saying this is just a really well-made comedy.
Yeah.
And it helps that it's really, really funny.
Yeah. Jesse Plemons is the standout.
Jesse Plemons, question. From the second he shows up.
Yeah. Gary Kingsbury.
My mind. I posted this on Facebook earlier, but it got to the point where he would just show up, and before he even said anything, I'd start laughing because I would just know.
Demeanor. It was just his demeanor.
And he is a creepy bastard. He's a creepy next door neighbor cop, and he can't get over his ex-wife leaving, but yeah, he's still in love with her. And there's so many jokes you think it would get old, but it never does. And that's not a detriment to the rest of the cast, because the rest of the cast is great. Jason Bateman, like we said, is Jason Bateman, but he's perfecting it. He's doing a really good job. Rachel McAdams showing some comedic chops that we haven't seen since probably Mean Girls. Probably that was just a long time ago. Yeah. But her chemistry with Jason Bateman is completely excellent. From the wonderfully directed opening bits whenever it shows how they meet and get married, to just them nerding out and playing games with their friends. And they have the dumb friend. They have a married couple friend, which have their own little subplot story, which almost gets old, but it pays off decently. But the movie, what works so well with the movie is the darker elements. It sets up it is a comedy, but it's also filmed like a crime thriller. Yeah. And sometimes a horror movie. Yeah. And the first little fight action sequence is really well made. We were saying like this has some better action sequences than Black Panther, probably.
Well, anytime that Jesse Plemons is on the camera, it's filmed like it's
like Psycho or something. Yeah.
Which you don't get in comedies that it pulls it off correctly.
You don't get a comedy actually like pulling off other genres correctly. Usually they just aim for the comedy. They aim for the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
And this has
This is a smart movie.
It is a very smart movie. So smart to the point where I think towards the third act it undermines what it set up somewhat, because there is a reveal that's so crazy, but it's still kind of funny.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm laughing at that, but then too many coincidences happen.
Well, the thing of it is that if you would have ended the film there, after the first reveal, that it would have been fine. It would have
cut off about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
of the movie,
but after that first reveal, it keeps going. And you're sitting there going, you know what, this doesn't really need to happen, but I understand you have another actor you have to shoehorn into the movie.
It's never boring. It's always funny. But whenever you're thinking about the plot, which is crazy to think about in a comedy, but the fact that this has a decent plot, you can't help but think about the plot and you're like, oh, they've kind of lost it here at the end. Yeah. And the whole entire movie is a major coincidence, to the point where it's like, that's too suspicious. But okay, I'll go with it. Then there's another major coincidence in that third act. I'm like, like, no. Like this, I think it stopped it from being a great comedy, kind of. Because it was sort of like, anytime Jesse Plemons would come on screen and like his whole entire angle, I'd be like, this is great. This is great comedy. But it does sort of lose it there at the end. In no way, shape, or form is this a bad movie.
No,
this is one of the better.
This is actually, well, you said it right when it's probably one of the best comedies of the last 5 years.
It's one of the better major studio comedies, considering this is a Warner Brothers movie. You don't see a lot of major studio. The last major studio comedy that I even liked was Girls Trip, which was like last July. And I'd say from July to like now, major studio wise, there hasn't been a good comedy. You know, I don't really count Logan Lucky. I don't think that was a big major studio. It was more of an indie movie.
Well, not even that. Wasn't that a Searchlight movie?
I don't know. I don't know, but it was a drastically smaller movie than this and Girls Trip.
Well, not to mention the fact that movie was funny, but at the same time, it had a lot of dramatic elements to it.
It did, and it was also sort of generic. And I don't think Game Night is generic at all. It's very clever.
So, turning a murder mystery game into an actual murder mystery is pretty funny.
The way it's filmed is great. The shots make the city and like the bridges that they go on makes it look like game pieces. And I don't know how they did that, but it doesn't look real. But I think it is real. It's a camera trick or something. It's just amazing. Like as I was watching, I was like, wow, comedy is actually putting in some sort of effort. Yeah. Which is even in the good comedies that are funny. There's not a lot of effort to the overall filmmaking. Right. You know, you see a lot of Judd Apatow movies that like Trainwreck and movies like that are good comedies, but there's not any visual flair to them.
Yeah, they're all.
They don't have their own voice really. Yeah,
it's almost like they can be in their own universe, like set in the same universe.
They're fine and they have good stories, but it's mostly just script driven and character driven. Right. Whereas this is script driven, character driven, and
performance driven.
Performance driven and visually driven. Mm-hmm. Like how many times you see a movie that's well directed and well scored, which that still blows my mind that a comedy. I'm walking away from a comedy, I was like, this is the best score I've heard in months since like The Shape of Water, probably, which is a huge applaud for the movie. So I trust these directors from now on. I believe these are the guys they wrote Spider-Man: Homecoming, and Horrible Bosses was a really good comedy. This is a little darker and zanier than Horrible Bosses. It's sort of similar to Horrible Bosses, but I'd say that it's overall a better movie, and it has its own voice more than Horrible Bosses.
Well, a lot of the action sequences are filmed very well, like you were saying, when it comes to cinematography. The opening action sequence and the egg scene.
Amazing.
The egg scene.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
The egg scene where it looks like it's all filmed in one take. I'm like, a comedy is doing this? Yeah. Like what is this? Is this true?
It's not really a spoiler because you don't know what we're talking about. But
this isn't True Detective. This is Game Night.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're like, wow, that's so. Yeah. Is this Birdman? Is this La La Land? Like it's just. Like that's just that scene blew my mind.
It sticks out.
I was just watching that in awe. I was like, wow, these directors aren't.
They're not playing around.
They're not that experienced either. But
playing around Game Night. Ha.
Man, they brought their A game, and this is this movie. We are just full of it. This movie's a blast, and I'm considering rewatching it.
I'd like to see it again.
I'd like to watch it with a fuller. Like we had a decent crowd.
Yeah. I want
to watch it with a crowd that really respects Jesse Plemons' performance.
Yeah,
I want Jesse Plemons come.
Well, there was one scene, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's the scene that we talked about last night, where he answers the door.
Yes.
No one laughed, but you and me.
I was dying.
We got it.
That was so creepy. And he does some lines about Frito-Lay that are hilarious. And I'm going to spoil like something real quick. It's not a spoiler like plot wise, but I just have to do this for the laughs. The scene where they're trying to distract Jesse Plemons' character for whatever reason, not going to get into it. Oh, yeah. They bring up his wife. What was his wife's name? Debbie?
Debbie, yes.
They're like, it's like, oh, tell us about Debbie. And he turns around and is like, I beg your pardon? He's like, where do I begin?
Where do I begin?
He's so hilarious. Which kind of sucks that a lot of the really cool stuff this movie does get undermined by zaniness. But I can overlook it because it is very funny. I highly recommend this movie.
The thing of it is like the trailer. Even when we saw the trailer, which I guarantee you we saw the trailer because I remember.
If I did, I
remember thinking the trailer was just awful.
I didn't think much of it. That's for sure. If I did see it,
comedy trailers seem to be awful.
They're bad.
They're awful.
Yeah. But I really like this. It was watch it for Jesse Plemons alone.
Yeah.
But you'll get way more out of it. But Jesse Plemons. I wouldn't be surprised to come like December if he gets nominated for like Best Supporting Actor in a comedy or musical for the Golden Globes.
He should.
Because this might be my favorite Jesse Plemons performance, which he's an amazing actor, but I've never seen... I see him be a super creep in everything, but he's never funny. He's usually just creepy. Yeah. And this, he's a super creep, and he's killing me. But I'm going to get into my grade now. I give this a B, because I do think the third act falls apart, but it's always funny, but narratively, it's just not all there. I still feel like there's some plot holes. So that's my score.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm actually going to give it a B+. B+. I'm going to give it a B+ because...
Don't listen to this, man. Just kidding. That's a good score.
I give it a B+ just for the fact that Jason Bateman brings it, Rachel McAdams brings it, Jesse Plemons brings it. Everyone in the movie has a funny particular bit.
Everybody has at least one funny bit.
Yeah, at least one particularly funny bit or a subplot that brings everyone together and gives them something. No character feels wasted.
Nothing feels too disconnected.
Yeah, nothing feels wasted.
There's slight lulls of like B stories, but they're still okay.
Yeah. But yeah, nothing feels wasted. Everyone brings their A game. Like I said, the direction is great. The filming's great. The score's great. I give it a B+.
For a majority of this movie, I was like,
it's definitely go watch.
For a majority of this movie, I was like, I'm gonna give this a higher score than Black Panther. But then the end of it, I was like, it has that third act problem. Yeah. Because I was lingering on an A-, but I dropped it down to a B because I'm trying not to overrate movies this year. I feel like B is a solid score, but B+ is a solid score. So obviously, you should go watch this.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those comedies. You're not going to walk out of it like you did in Masterminds or Father Figures or something along those lines.
If you can't go watch Annihilation, which I'm sure is amazing, yet again, our Annihilation video, check it out.
Screw you, Paramount.
This is a good substitute. Watch this. This is a fun movie. It's not necessarily turn off your brain movie because it is sort of smart for a comedy.
You gotta pay attention.
But you can also just have fun with it.
You will laugh. I guarantee you'll laugh.
So let us know what you thought about the movie. Did you love it? Did you hate it? You probably thought it was really funny. Tell us about Jesse Plemons. Post Jesse Plemons pictures in the comment section. I'm not even sure if you can do that on YouTube. But if you could, do it. And thank you very much for watching.